How many genres should I try to work in? Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Scott. Thanks for checking out another voiceover tip. If you never want to miss one of these tips ever again, it's really easy. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, if you want more free advice on the business and marketing side of voiceover, check out VOpreneur.com, the Everyday VOpreneur podcast. So one of the questions I get asked a lot is, how many different genres should I work in? How many demos do I need in order to make this whole voiceover thing work? And I think it's a really interesting question, and there's a few different approaches that you can take to it. Obviously, there are about 1,000 different genres of voiceover that you can work in. Everything from commercial to animation to audiobooks and all points in between. And in order to work in basically any of those genres of voiceover, you are going to need to have a demo for pretty much each and every one of them. They're all unique. They all require different things, and that's why different demos are required to demonstrate different performance availabilities. Now that can be really overwhelming in the beginning. Most people don't have the finances to go out and get 14 demos out of the gate. A lot of people don't even have the ability to go out and get 3 or 4 demos out of the gate. And I completely understand that. So one of the questions I get asked all the time then is, how many demos do I need? Which genres should I start in? I think the way to approach this is from a business and finance standpoint. And that is simply, if you can only afford to get one demo to start, then you pick the demo that you're most likely to book in. You go out, you work that demo, you market that demo, you build a client base for yourself with that demo, and then you use the money that you generate from that demo and from those bookings to fund the training for the second genre, and ultimately to fund the demo for the second genre. And then when you get that demo, now you've got 2 demos that are working for you, 2 different places that you can go out and find work, 2 different demos that you can market, and you take the money that you make from those demos and you reinvest a portion of it back into the third demo, rinse and repeat for as many demos as you need. That's the way that I did it. And I think that it's a lot easier. In the beginning, it can be so overwhelming. There's so many things that you have to focus on, so many different aspects of launching a voiceover business beyond just auditioning and booking and being in the studio. And I think if you're pulling yourself in too many directions at one time, it can be even more overwhelming. So for me, I focused on one genre and I pursued it and I built a client base for it. And then I went to another and another. Now, one thing I want to clarify, that did not mean that I ever said no to opportunities. I was never turning down work if opportunities were coming from other places. It just meant that in my marketing efforts and the work that I was doing, I was only having to pull myself in one direction as opposed to pulling myself in 14 different directions. And so if you're trying to figure out how many genres to get going or how many demos you need to get started, that would be my opinion on how to make it happen. Pick one, do it well, use it to fund the next, rinse and repeat as many times as you want. Now, if you are in a position where you can get 2 or 3 demos out of the gate, again, I come back to pick the demos that you are most likely to book in. You know, everybody wants to do animation, but the chances of you booking an animation right out of the gate, like at the very beginning of your voiceover career, are probably pretty slim. And so even though that may be the one that you want to do the most, it may not be the most logical choice for your first demo. So pick what you are most likely to book in now, use that to build your foundations to move on to whatever's coming next.